Hey, it's James from Mission, and this is a quick tutorial on the basic expression pedal setup for the NeuralDSP Quad Cortex. In this video, we'll cover what cables to use, how to connect pedals and switches to the Quad Cortex, and review the calibration and assignment settings. After watching this video, you'll be able to set up your Quad Cortex for simple expression-controlled effects such as volume and EQ, bypass effects blocks using an expression pedal with a switch such as the Mission SP1ND, and configure more advanced settings such as multiple parameters at once and auto on-off. Complete instructions are in the NeuralDSP User Guide. There's a link in the description down below in case you want to follow along. Ready? Let's go! The Quad Cortex has two expression pedal inputs and can support two standard expression pedals or one expression pedal with a switch. For this tutorial, we're using a Mission SP1ND, which has an integrated toe switch that can be used to turn effects blocks on and off. There are two 1/4" TRS output jacks on the side of the pedal. Out 1 is for the pedal and out 2 is for the switch. You should use 1/4" TRS, sometimes called stereo cables. Standard TS guitar cables or patch cables won't work. If you need more information on TRS cables, there's a link in the description down below. Connect the first cable to out 1. If you just want to use the expression pedal and no switch, you can leave the second output unconnected. We'll be using the switch in this tutorial, so I'll go ahead and connect a second TRS cable to out 2. The expression inputs are on the rear of the Quad Cortex, marked EXP1 and EXP2. If you're using a single expression pedal, you can connect it to one of the inputs. It doesn't really matter which output is connected to which input, as the assignments are made in the software. For this tutorial, I'll just connect the switch to EXP2 and the pedal to EXP1. The first thing we're going to do is calibrate the expression pedals. To do this, we bring up the I/O settings page by swiping down on the touchscreen. Select EXP1 or EXP2 by touching the corresponding icon. To start, I'm going to select EXP1, which is our pedal. Then touch Recalibrate and move the pedal up and down through its full extent. You should see the position indicator change from 0 to 1 as you move the pedal. If you don't see this, check that you're using the correct TRS cable and that the jacks are fully pushed into the connectors on both the SP1 and the Quad Cortex. The most common cause of problems here is using a bad or incorrect cable. After moving the pedal a few times and checking the display, touch Save. The process is the same for the switch. Select EXP2 from the I/O settings page and touch Recalibrate. Press the toe switch a few times until you see the position indicator flip from 0 to 1, then touch Save. When calibration is complete, touch Done to exit the I/O settings. The second step is to assign the expression pedal to do something in our preset. For this example, we're going to set the pedal to control volume on the amp model. Touch the amp block on the grid and then the context-sensitive menu. Select Assign Expression Pedal from the list. Since we connected the expression pedal to EXP1, we're going to select Expression 1 and then touch Connect. Here we can see the various parameters on the amp block that we can assign the expression pedal to. These parameters will be different depending on which type of effect block we are assigning to. To start, we'll just select Volume by touching the Volume button. Now we can see the LEDs above the B and C control knobs light up. This indicates that we can use these to change values. Turning the minimum range knob sets the minimum volume. We could use this in case we don't want the volume to go all the way off at heel down on the pedal. The maximum range controls the maximum volume limit. This time we'll just set the pedal to go all the way from off to maximum volume. Now touch Assign and then Done to exit. X1 icon shows that the volume parameter is controlled by EXP1. When we move the expression pedal up and down, the volume changes between the minimum and maximum range that we just set. Now let's assign the toe switch to do something. I think I'd like to set it to turn the compressor on and off so I can click it for a little boost in level. Touch the compressor effect block on the grid and then the menu. Select Assign Expression Pedal. This time we'll choose Expression 2 and touch Connect. We can see the available options for the compressor now. These options are context sensitive, so we have some different parameters for the compressor block compared to the amp block that we set previously. Okay, we're going to assign the switch to turn the effect on and off, so touch Bypass. Like before, some LEDs light showing which knobs can be used to change parameters. I'm going to cover these extra options a bit later on in the video. For now, I'm just going to turn knob B to select Switch and then touch Assign and Done. Now, when we activate the toe switch on the expression pedal, the compressor turns on and off. That's pretty much it for the basic setup, but there are some more advanced things we can do, so let's take a look at some of those. We can assign an expression pedal to change multiple parameters at once. Touch the amp block on the grid, and then Menu, Assign Expression Pedal, Expression 1, and Connect. We're going to set the pedal to blend from a rhythm to a lead level. Select the volume button, and this time use the min and max range controls to set a minimum volume of about 70% and then a maximum volume of 100%. As well as increasing the volume, let's also boost the mids a little for our lead tone. Touch the mid button and use the knobs to select a minimum of 50% and a max of about 70%. Now assign the pedal to both the mid and volume controls and touch Done when finished. Now we can see X1 in both the volume and mid parameters. And when we move the expression pedal, it controls both of them at the same time within the ranges that we just set. Okay, the last thing we're going to cover is using an expression pedal without a switch. Last time we assigned the switch to bypass an effect, but what if your expression pedal does not have a switch or you want to use two expression pedals? We can assign a bypass to activate automatically based on pedal movement or position. When you assign an expression pedal to bypass, you can select heel toe, switch, or stop. These will toggle the bypass when you stop moving the pedal for a certain time, or park the pedal in a heel or toe down position. For time-based, select bypass on stop, and then use the bypass delay parameter to set how long the pedal should stop moving before the bypass activates. For position-based, select bypass on heel toe. Now the bypass will activate when you leave the pedal parked in the heel down or toe down position. Again, you can adjust the wait time using the bypass delay parameter. The invert range switch determines if the bypass operates in the heel down or the toe down position. Okay, that's the basic expression pedal assignments for the NeuralDSP Quad Cortex. There are more things you can do, such as assigning the expression pedal to other effects, such as wah or delay, or using two separate expression pedals to control different parameters. I'd recommend reading through the Quad Cortex User Manual, the Assigning Expression Pedals section, linked down below. Thanks for watching.